For September 18th, 2009, this is News Undies, all the news that shouldn't be news. I'm Paul Torville with these headlines. The re-election of Hamid Karzai, originally installed as the president of Afghanistan by the Bush administration, itself installed by the U.S. Supreme Court, contrary to the will of the people, appears in doubt, with charges of massive corruption. A 10% recount and possible runoff election are on the horizon. Wow, never saw that coming. Representative Joe Wilson, Republican from South Carolina, is still feeling the burn from his "you lie" remark during President Obama's address to the joint session of Congress last week. Wilson, so horrified that British-style socialized medicine might be coming to the U.S., was suddenly overcome with the sensation that he was in the British Parliament, where it's perfectly acceptable to get wasted and shout false accusations to the duly elected leader of the country. Miley Cyrus. A Florida church has banned Pepsi due to gayness. Here's me with the rest of the story.
The Bell Shoals Baptist Church in Brandon, Florida has decided to switch from Coke products to Pepsi. The boycott is in place because church members have somehow determined that Pepsi, the company, is advocating homosexual behavior. How did Pepsi do that? By making sizable charitable contributions to outfits like the Human Rights Campaign. Yeah, scary. Standing in front of a church for some reason, I'm Paul Torville for News Undies.
Thanks, me. More news after this.
Hey gang, it's time for celebrity birthdays once again. I got my cake hat on, let's rock! For Saturday the 12th, Maurice Chevalier, ho ho ho, he dead. Barry White, dead. And Hans Zimmer. For Sunday the 13th, Milton S. Hershey, as in the bar, or the highway. Dead. Sherwood Anderson, dead. Mel Torme, dead. Monday the 14th, Ivan Pavlov, woof, dead. Robert McCluskey, dead. Quack. And aboard a nuclear vessel, Walter Koenig. Walter Koenig. Chekhov. For Tuesday the 15th, Marco Polo, really dead. Agatha Christie, dead. Nipsey Russell, dead. For Wednesday the 16th, James C. Penney, whom you know as Jacques, dead. B.B. King, and Ed Begley Jr. For Thursday the 17th, Hank Williams Sr., he dead. Fee Waybill, Rita Rudner. For Friday the 18th, Leon Foucault, he's dead. Greta Garbo, dead. Fred Willard. That's it for celebrity birthdays. I'm Paul Torville, and I am done! You'll notice that when you watch News Undies, I'm always wearing a shirt from the UrsusPacificus Kitsch Cave. Well, now you can too. You can help support News Undies by going to the UrsusPacificus Kitsch Cave and getting some kitsch.
The Pope has completely lost touch with reality. Here's me with more.
The Pope's sense of irony seems to be on the decline. From his gilded throne in his marble palace, the Pope has decreed to Muslim leaders that poverty breeds violence. Wow. Standing in front of a church for some reason, I'm Paul Torville for News Undies.
Thanks, me. Afghanistan. President Obama has talked of cutting funding for NASA initiatives, including the shuttle-replacing Ares rockets and return-to-moon activities. A hearing on Capitol Hill on Tuesday gave the programs a boost. Here are Pig and Sheep with their thoughts. Why do we need to go to the moon? We already been there. Besides, there's plenty of problems here in America that need the money being wasted on the space program, like unemployment, failing schools, lagging technology and manufacturing, and most important, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. A vigorous manned space program can help the United States out in a number of ways. It gives the people of the country something to focus on and strive toward that doesn't involve militaristic adventurism. It offers job opportunities both within NASA and with the numerous contractors, from floor sweepers to engineers to executives. It allows defense contractors to sustain R&D efforts and manufacturing capacity without stockpiling weapons. To hamstring the manned space program is to crush the one thing that can inspire young and old alike to achieve great things and move our whole society forward.
That's what Pig and Sheep think. What are your thoughts? Email them to ovcomments@newsundies.com. Showerheads of Death! Here's me with more. Water collects in your shower head and sits there for a while. It's warm and dark and wet. Bacteria living in your tap water can thrive in the warm, wet darkness there. Is anybody surprised by this? I mean, really? Standing in front of my shower for some reason, I'm Paul Torville for NewsUndies. Thanks, me. Al Pacino incarnate Kanye West can't seem to stop going out of his way to be a douche, can he? At the MTV Video Music Awards, West took the microphone from Best Female Video winner Taylor Swift and announced that Beyoncé's video, Single Ladies, was one of the best videos of all time. Perhaps, but it's certainly irrelevant, it didn't win this award. Patrick Swayze, who's been battling pancreatic cancer for nearly 2 years, has finally died. He was 57 years old. It's sad that his most widely known performance is that of a passionately directionless, mediocre anti-hero in a mediocre film 22 years ago. Of course, over the course of his battle with cancer, the public has been giving him a hard time over his smoking. Deck chairs on the Titanic, folks. We'll have more after this.
It's Bible Answers Season 1 on DVD! Each set includes all 13 episodes, including outtakes and commentary. Outtakes and commentary! Buy Bible Answers Season 1 on DVD today! Buy our DVD!
Buy Bible Answers Season 1 on DVD today.
Joe Biden in Iraq. What can you say about someone who's worked at the same McDonald's for 50 years? Low ambition? High dedication? Here's me with more. Leonard Romberg started working at the Crestwood, Missouri McDonald's back in 1959 when it opened. He forgot to stop. Now at 68 years old, he still works there 5 days a week. I wonder if they've got any kind of retirement plan for him there. Standing in front of a fast food restaurant for some reason, I'm Paul Torville for NewsUndies. Thanks, me. And finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? The Gorilla Opera is opening its Say It Ain't So, Joe in Boston starting September 20th. It's an opera focused on the 2008 debate between Sarah Palin and Joe Biden. The composer, Curtis Hughes, remarked that he was struck by the differing musical qualities of the two participants. He calls it light tragedy. The heavy tragedy would have been if she had won. Well, that's all for this edition of NewsUndies. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Paul Torville. After that, I might be cuddly. Woohoo!
For Sunday the 13th, transportation mogul Milton Hershey.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Yes.